Hello, everyone. Welcome to another DRPH program student onboarding video. I am Katie Pruitt. I am the DRPH program manager. And also with us today is Dr. Mark Biddle, who is the DRPH program chair.
Hello, everyone.
So in today's session, we're going to introduce you to the DRPH program office staff. We'll talk a little bit about the concentration directors, faculty advisors, what their roles and responsibilities are. We'll review the DRPH program governance, and then lastly, introduce you to some key resources for DRPH students.
Well, I'm going to begin by talking a little bit about our program structure, and in particular, our program advisors. And I want to emphasize program advisors as someone who is different from your faculty advisor, which I will talk about in just a few minutes. The program advisors actually sit in the DRPH program office, and their goal really is to coordinate, to facilitate your journey through the DRPH program. So they will essentially, and you'll be assigned to a specific program advisor. Their role is really to monitor your progress, literally from the time you matriculate or are admitted into the program up until the point at which you graduate. So longitudinally across the entire program. Their role is to partner with your faculty advisor and concentration director to monitor your progress along the way, and also serve as a resource to you, the student, as you monitor your own progress along your DRPH journey. They are there to really answer any questions you might have. If you don't know who to go to ask a question, the first place you should start is your program advisor. They really are there to facilitate your journey. So if you need have a question about what to do, how to do it, when to do it, reach out to your program advisor. I consider them the air traffic controllers of our DRPH program. We have several hundred students in the DRPH program, and we want to make sure that we are keeping close tabs on each and every student. So their job, much like an air traffic controller, is to really monitor all the students that are in their airspace, quote unquote, and help them get to where they need to go in a timely and efficient and an effective way. So they are there to answer questions, provide you guidance and support, coordinate any activities that you need to have happen, track your milestones. So we have a milestone tracking sheet that we use that you should use as a student as well. Your faculty advisors and concentration directors also will be using these milestone checklists to make sure that as you progress along your DRPH journey, they're able to keep track of where you are and assure that you're staying on track with our program. It is a very complicated program, a lot of requirements, so having those extra set of eyes are really important. As I mentioned, they're there to partner with your faculty advisor. So between your program advisor and your faculty advisor and your concentration director, you have three sets of eyes making sure that you are moving through the DRPH program in a proper manner. So take advantage of these resources. The names of each are listed on the right-hand side of this slide. As you'll see, Janet Karn oversees all of the health policy and management tracks. So there are 4 tracks within that concentration. So if you're in the HPM concentration in any one of the 4 tracks, Janet is your program advisor. Ashley is the program advisor for the implementation science and health equity and social justice concentrations. And finally, Cheryl is responsible for our custom concentration, the 2 environmental health tracks, global health policy and evaluation, and women's and reproductive health.
Great, thank you. And then also you have your DRPH concentration directors to work with on your DRPH journey. And here is a list of the different concentration directors for each concentration. In your program handbook, you can find more information and their contact information. Some of the responsibilities of your concentration directors are to be aware and familiar with all of the DrPH academic policies and procedures. As Mark was mentioning, it is a complicated program, and your concentration directors are also there to help guide you through the program. They're also there to get to know you and to work with you so you can accomplish your career goals and academic accomplishments. They're also there to support your faculty advisors. Faculty advisors will be able to assist you, but more with any questions specific to concentrations, they may turn to the concentration directors for some guidance as well. Your concentration directors are going to be leading the concentration seminars, which students participate in their first 2 years of their program. They will also help you through your practicum experience, so the applied practice experience. And they're there to also provide guidance for you with regard to your dissertation and your integrative learning experience.
So I mentioned the role of the program advisors. You've heard about the concentration directors, and now we'd like to talk a little bit about the faculty advisors. So again, to differentiate, the program advisor is really to help you with logistics, to help you navigate the program from start to finish. Your faculty advisor is really there to, one, support you as a student as you navigate the DrPH program. So they should be familiar with both the school and program requirements. But their goal is really to meet with you and help you to understand some of the more specifics around your coursework. So you'll be working with your faculty advisor to complete a course plan, which outlines, in general, the courses that you plan to take and the sequence in which you plan to take them. And it's important for your faculty advisor to have that conversation with you so that you understand what it means if you plan to take a particular course. Are there prerequisites? Are there maybe other courses that you should consider in lieu of the course you might want to take? Again, our curriculum is fairly well established, so there are courses that everyone is required to take in the foundational portion of the DrPH. And then once you step into your concentration coursework, the curriculum is fairly well established there. But you do have alternatives. You can pick from different selectives, or you have electives to choose from. So again, your faculty advisor is a great resource to understand the nuances between the different courses that you might have options for, and to really talk about that. The other is really to serve as a career coach, if you will, a career guidance counselor, to help them understand what you're looking to accomplish by completing a DrPH degree. And so again, the more you share with them about what your interests are, what your research interests are, what your career goals are, allows them to help direct you in an appropriate way to make choices as you move throughout the program. They should be connecting with you, and it's your responsibility as a student really to get these quarterly check-ins on the books. They only need to be 15, 20 minutes, certainly nothing lengthy unless you prearrange a discussion period with your faculty advisor. But the onus is really on you, the student, to make sure that these are on the schedule on a regular frequency. We suggest quarterly, certainly no less than once a year. You should be meeting with your faculty advisor to discuss your progress and next steps. When you get to completing your practicum, which needs to be done typically before you complete your school-wide oral exam, the faculty advisor will work with you to make sure that what you've selected as a practicum is appropriate, that it meets the requirements of a practicum, and that they will help to identify with you a practicum preceptor. So you will need a practicum preceptor who's really there evaluating your work while you're doing it, let's say in your own place of employment. That's not something the faculty advisor can do, but between the faculty advisor and the practicum preceptor, those are your two sources of support during that process. And of course, most importantly, once you get to completing your coursework, or as you complete your coursework and start thinking about your dissertation topic, your faculty advisor in effect becomes your dissertation advisor. And at that point, you should be having meaningful discussions about what your interests are. And you may have clear ideas about what you want to do your dissertation topic on, which is wonderful. The faculty advisors will be very supportive of that. But if you don't, the faculty advisor / dissertation advisor is a very helpful resource in perhaps understanding the work that the faculty are doing. And maybe there's something within that that you could do as part of your dissertation. So again, their job is really to make sure that your dissertation is worthy of a doctoral degree and to help you achieve that significant milestone. Our DrPH program, this is just by way of information, is governed by an executive committee. Our executive committee is made up of all the concentration directors and track directors. So we have 11 different tracks, concentrations and tracks. So there are 11 members there on the executive committee. There are 3 other ex officio members on our committee that are representatives from the school at the school level, because we are a school-wide program. Of course, I, as the chair of the DrPH program, chair the executive committee. And then we also have Katie, who you met, our 3 program advisors, Janet, Ashley, and Cheryl are also non-voting members, but are members of our executive committee as well. We break down that work into 6 different subcommittees. So we have an admissions subcommittee that coordinates the admissions process from year to year. We have a comprehensive exam committee that coordinates the comprehensive written exam, which all students take at the conclusion of their coursework phase. Those exams are offered 3 times a year, and this committee evaluates the work that the students do, essentially grades them, and then finalizes the students' performance. We have an awards and scholarship committee that works to not only identify and distribute funds for our students upon admission for scholarships, but also we are developing awards for both students and faculty to acknowledge all the hard work that our students and faculty put into the program. We have a curriculum planning committee, subcommittee. That subcommittee is responsible for evaluating the totality of our curricula. We have, again, 11 different tracks. So we have essentially one foundational curriculum, which all students take, but then we have 11 different concentration or track curricula that we also coordinate and manage. I skipped 2. One is the Student Matters Committee. So any issues that come up related to students' performance or requests for extensions or leaves of absence, et cetera, all are reviewed by a Student Matters Committee. And that Student Matters Committee that makes a recommendation to the executive committee on how to adjudicate those issues as they come up. And finally, and I think this is probably the most important, is our Student Advisory Subcommittee. So we actually have a formal committee of our executive committee, the formal subcommittee of our executive committee, made up entirely of students, either recent alum or current students, and we try and get representation from along the different phases. So those who are doing their coursework, maybe those who are close to finishing their coursework, those at the beginning of the dissertation, those perhaps closest to the end of their dissertation. But the important part is that this is a student-led subcommittee. It's a committee that we value to reach out to for input and guidance and to give us, a student's voice on our executive committee. So we're very happy to have students who are interested. Please reach out to us to join that subcommittee.
And lastly, I wanted to introduce you to our DrPH intranet site. This is the go-to page for DrPH students for all documents, forms, handbooks, anything related to DrPH students' academic journey can be found on this site. This is housed within the Bloomberg School of Public Health internal portal site, so you will need your Bloomberg School of Public Health ID to access this page. But some key sections on this page are the DrPH program handbook section. This section has copies of all handbooks, And students should reference the handbook that is aligned with their matriculation year. Another section are the course plan templates. These course plans, again, they're course plans for every academic year and every concentration for every academic year. And these are meant to help you plan your coursework and manage your program timelines. You can review these with your program advisor, your faculty advisor, and your concentration director. And it's a way to help you keep track of completing the different curriculum requirements. But there are other resources on this page as well. There's information on the practicum, comprehensive written exam, leave of absence. Should you want to request a leave of absence, there's information on this page as well as the form. Definitely a lot of information on your dissertation and oral exams on this form. Any student listening session that takes place is recorded, and you can find the links to the recordings on this page. Also for faculty advisors, we record our faculty advising information sessions, listening sessions, and include the information on this page as well. So faculty use this page for resources as well. There are also some links to some key websites. There's a link on the right-hand side to the DrPH program website. There is information on course requirements and some FAQs from current and incoming DrPH students, frequently asked questions. We also post information about upcoming events and student dissertation seminars where all DrPH students are welcome to attend. You can find on this page. So this page really is a go-to page for all documents and information pertaining to the DrPH program.
And I think it's just important to note this is the central source. So not only do you as the students have access to this, the concentration directors, faculty advisors, program advisors, we're all working off of the same set of documents, the same resource site. So this is the source of truth, if you will, all things DrPH related.
And we just wanted to end with a welcome to the DrPH community. We're very excited to have you join us, and we look forward to working with you over the next few years as you're progressing through your program. And if you have any questions or concerns, please contact your program advisor. Remember, they are your go-to person with any questions or concerns. So we have their contact information listed on this slide.
So as Katie said, welcome to the program. We're so happy that you chose to come to our DrPH program here at the School of Public Health. As a graduate of this program, I hope you will enjoy it as much as I did.